Hello and welcome to this unboxing and review. We're looking at a 1/6 scale figure. This is by Pop Toys. As I open up the shipper box, this is actually, there's two figures in this set. I bought the set. The first video of the review I did, I'll leave a link in the description below, is the light version of the Witch Hunter. This is the dark version. So there's two different figures. You can buy them separately or as a set. I bought this as a set. And this is the WH002, and the other one is the WH001, which is the light version of it. And they also have a separate accessory, which I haven't bought yet. I don't know if I'm going to. It's a little flag with skulls, and but you can kind of see this artwork on it. It's pretty cool. I mean, definitely got that. Really, I wasn't sure exactly when I first discovered these figures which one I was going to get, but you know what? It's like, I'm going to get both of these figures. These are really cool little pieces of the Pop Toys came out with. So as we open this up, you kind of see. They've had a little backstory they wrote up, which is kind of cool. Like I said, this is Pop Toys, their little property, I guess, their little figure set. It's not really based off any other license or property, what have you. And you can kind of see there's a translation right there. And so, yeah, there's two versions of it on each side. So, yeah, very cool. And you can see the first thing you see is the instruction booklets. And it does have that metal rod, which I'll show you later. This actually has eyes in the head sculpt that you can actually move them up, down, right, or left, which is pretty cool. So this is a seamless body. I'm sure as we open this up, it's company makes seamless body, one of the top ones, formerly known as Fison, but their TBLeague body here. And it kind of shows you it's usually they have 33, 32 points of articulation. They kind of show you how to pose it right. There is cautions, limitations. You can damage the figure if you're not careful, but usually these bodies are made of medical silicone, I guess, coated over a stainless steel skeleton. So they're pretty robust in ways you can pose them, but there is limitations how you can pose these figures. But you can kind of see there's the metal rod. That's what we're going to use to manipulate the eyes and the head sculpt, to move them around if you want to have her look right or left. And these are the instructions kind of showing you how to assemble the figure, the different pieces that come with it. And the back kind of showing does have a shield, which is pretty cool. It's kind of unique for the dark version. You can kind of see to the right there, showing you how to move the eyes. So they're looking at this one. There's no light up features for this one, no LEDs. The light version does have two, which is kind of cool. Little light up features and accessories. But you can kind of see as we take out this, you see it's kind of like a bone armor, and there's a little ankle, little cloth. We'll show you that a little later as we assemble the figure. And you can see it's the detail. If I can get this in focus real quick for you. Yeah, you can see the sculpt is really nice and definitely has that little, yeah, you can tell it's definitely a bone. Definitely has a good little weather in there, little nice. And it's got the little blood on there. So that's one difference between the light version and the dark version. This one does have a little blood on the little paint representing blood, which is pretty nice little pieces there. So really well done accessories and so forth. But let's take out the hands. And the hands on this, the dark, you can kind of see it's just got like a molded little wrap on her hands, and her fingernails are painted like a black, which is pretty cool. And then if you see the light version, she has lighter colored red nails. This one has the black nails, which is appropriate, I guess, for this version of the figure. And it does have there's little hints of blood on that wrap, which is pretty cool. And then these are the arm pieces. So this one actually goes on her forearm. And again, the bone, the wrap behind it. Well, nice painted sculpt. And we'll take out the other one. So the other side, the other arm, this actually has a little blood on it. So yeah, really nice looking piece. And this is actually another piece of armor that goes on the arm. This actually goes on the upper arm. And more detailed, nice sculpt. And then we'll take a look at her necklace, her collar, which is pretty cool. That's actually got some little gemstones. The gemstones are a little different version compared to the light version. And it also has little look like bird skulls, 3 of them hanging there on the little thread. So that's actually thread. I didn't think I pointed that out in the first video when I did the light version. It's not plastic. That little thread that holds those little bone skulls of the birds. And it's nice. You can see the figure is all wrapped up. Like I mentioned before in the previous video, that does have a head wrap, but this is the first time I've actually seen a figure one that actually has the whole body wrapped in plastic, a protective plastic for shipment. So nice little deal. But the only way you're gonna take this out is if you take off the head sculpt to get that plastic off, unless you wanna. That'll be the easiest, safest way to do it. So yeah, look at that. Just the makeup, the dark around her eyes. And let's see if we can take this head sculpt off. It's a little finagling. Not too bad. Came right off, and then we'll just slip that plastic off this seamless body. And I don't know, like I mentioned in the last video I did on the light version, I'm not sure exactly. TBLeague does make these seamless bodies. You know, they do sell different shapes, and they're different versions and different numbers, different body shapes. And I don't know if this is the one off the shelf that they produce, or this was actually custom made for this particular figure release. So, not actually sure the body. I mean, they do make suntan version. This is the pale, as you can see, is the pale. And they do make different sizes, you know, small breast, big breast, medium, and so forth in each of the bodies. But this one here, you can see, was kind of nice. You can see how you manipulate the eye movement in there. I'll show you more detail a little later. But this is nice that the hair actually has little magnets on there that just pops off really easy to get access to the eyes. So you want to pose those eyes in different positions. And then you can see that the hair is dark. Definitely you can see the little threads, all these little dangly little things off her little piece there she has on. And then the leg wraps on there, or cloth. Do some little articulation here. And we'll show this at the very end of near the end of the video. We'll show some beauty shots, I guess, of her accessories on, and like I said, the different poses. But yeah, she definitely poses well, just like a normal thing, and we'll definitely have to check those out for sure. So yeah, you can see that's attached. That's there's no way of actually easily removing that chest piece there, which I really have no desire to do that, but just want to check it. And you can see she does have another little piece there with a little string, or a little bikini there, and a loin cloth going down, and all the nice little cool little things that she has on her that's hanging there. But yeah, you can see their feet, detachable feet. Very nice that they're got little wraps on there too, kind of follow along with her hands. But yeah, that hair, boy, I tell you, it's everywhere, especially with long hair like that. A lot of hair. So let's start putting this figure together. We'll kind of take off the hand, which came out pretty easily, and then we'll just kind of show you maybe if you ever decide to get the figure or not. If you want to just kind of take a look and see how easy how to assemble this figure. But yeah, let's get all that hair out of there. Woo, so much hair. But yeah, we'll just slip that right up there. Pretty nice and easy to put that on there. And you know, the easiest way, if I think if I was gonna do this, I'll probably just take off that hair piece to do it next time. So just yeah, that'll be a good tip if you want to assemble the figure and then deal with that hair. Just pop that hair off. And just for time and speed, we'll pop that on there. Give you an idea of how the armor pieces go on. Fairly easy. So yeah, it's a great looking figure so far. Looking at her, I mean, love that makeup. Saw this version, the light version. This one has that dark around her eyes, that little sinister look. I mean, the sculpt. I mean, I want to say it's not too cartoony. I mean, it can be, but overall, I think it's just for the feel of this figure, it does fit the overall look of it. And like I said, I'm pretty satisfied with the portrait of that head sculpt, which is not bad. And they actually changed up her lip color, a little darker. I'm not sure if it's darker than the light version, but it was. Pop the foot off here. So we'll put this. There's usually sometimes I do these, I'll actually there's a little trick if you want to, get those to soften up the rubber a little bit. You can use the hair dryer trick, which I've used many times on figures, and you can easily pop off the feet or the hands and so forth, or even sometimes. But yeah, so you can see that little cloth. It's a nice little ankle cloth that actually it serves a function, I guess, hiding the seams. But let's get to the accessories real quick. You can see the shield, very nice little skull looking creature, whatever it is. Yeah, the detail on this, the bones made of looking bones on the top portion, Very cool. It's all hard plastic, pretty fairly light, not too heavy, but yeah, just a really nice looking piece there. And then we'll take a look. She also has a mask, which is kind of unique. It's kind of unique to the dark version figure, and it's got some nice little padding in there, little felt, and then also there's like a little string that's kind of, you know, like a little. It's got some stretch to it, so you can actually easily. And I'll show you at the end with the mask on what she looks like with that mask. So that's another nice little optional accessory that's exclusive to the dark version. And this is the little goblet, little blood. The light version has it as well. So this is kind of carryover from the first version, the light version of it. And the headpiece there, same as that. You can see it's padded inside. On those little rings there, those little chains, I've got to sort those out, and you'll see that when I put the figure all together. So those actually hang on each side, and they just kind of in shipment, I guess they put those rings with that little horn in there. But yeah, I think some of those things have to kind of manipulate those and get those all looking right. But yeah, I love the headpiece. It's got some nice lot of stuff to it. So let's look at the overcoat. Definitely got some little horns on the side, shoulder pieces, and a lot of detail on that. I mean, looking at the little blood splatter on there, a little weathering, really nice. And got a little string. And this, I'm trying to see if it has any bendy wires in there, but it does have a hood. You can see she does have a hood. It does have a hood incorporated, just like it's pretty similar to the light version of this figure. This one seems a little bit darker, and it's definitely just had a little blood. The other one doesn't have it. Just like I said, the dark version is a little darker. So we'll put that on. That's an optional accessory if you put it on, but I usually more like we'll put it on. And we'll take off the display stand. Nothing too unique to it. No diorama, nothing built to it. Just pretty plain. Different shape though. It's not the oval or round shape like normal dudes. And then here's her spear, which is pretty cool. And this again has some weight to it. This is just like the staff for the light version. It feels like it's made of metal. I mean, I don't know if they put some sculpt over it, how they did, but it definitely. It's kind of pliable, but it definitely feels like it's got metal. It's pretty sturdy. And look at it. Let's look at the eyes. So she's got the straight eyes. You can see you can move the eyes. I'm gonna kind of demonstrate. See, take the metal tool, how it works. She's got some pretty good range of movement in the eyes. So yeah, it's all the way down, up and down. Yep. So she just got some really cool, unique about this figure. It's really nice that they included that little move eyes like that. Very nice. So, and then also just the detail. There's you can see the blood vessels on the lower corner of her eye. So just kind of show you that detail. Nice little detail. And here is the full figure in full garb. All her accessories on. Do a 360 real quick. But overall, I mean, just very impressed. I mean, you can kind of see she does. You can actually, I guess what helps is the detachable feet. She can stand on her own without assistance with the display stand. I won't leave her like that when I do display her in my collection. I'll definitely will put the display the stand on it, because I maybe once or twice it pretty came close to her falling, trying to get that right position. So it's kind of limited on putting a pose and having her without a stand, but just got her just right here, because with that staff, that spear. It's pretty heavy, so she can have a little weight on the one end. But yeah, just looking at the overall figure, just the look and just the eye, all that makeup around her eyes, the dark. And I like the aspect of even posing her eyes like that. It just adds a little extra character to this figure, and it's definitely a gorgeous piece. I'm really impressed with it. Definitely very glad that this is part of in my collection. So we'll give you some more beauty shots of her. I mean, just kind of showing some close-ups. Yeah, definitely a really nice looking figure for sure. I mean, it's definitely would recommend if anybody's going to buy it. And here she is with the mask on, if you want to pose her with that, which gives her a unique, sinister look, I guess. With the little bone mask there, very, very nice. And then without anything, the coat, and there she is with showing her with what she looks like with the hood. And then we'll show you another close up there, and then we'll also show you the detail on the chest piece. Thanks again for watching. Again, I'll leave a link for that figure. Please do subscribe, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell for future videos. Till the next one, take care.